people have been asking me some questions on the Navy Federal, the certificate. So right now they're offering, this is going to be the high certificate rate in 10 years, and it's going to be a 5% APY. So I got a question, what is APY versus dividend? So let's take a look right here that this is going to be the highest rate within the last 10 years. It's going to be a 15-month certificate, and you can have the certificate as little as $50 all the way up to $250,000. Y'all, it was so funny because today I was talking to my sister and she got one too, and she was like, I put the highest. I was like, girl, you put 250,000 in there. I was like, you've been holding out on me. So I was laughing. It was so funny because I'm like, wow, it would be kind of cool to be able to put 250,000 in a certificate, but would you be able to not touch the money for 15 months? So that's the only thing about the certificate. You have to put in an amount of money that you do not touch for 15 months because you'll get a penalty if you take the money out. And so they're saying that it ends on 3/5. So that's right around the corner. So let's take a look. So right now, what it's stating is you have a dividend and then you have an APY. So the APY is the annual percentage yield, and then the dividend is how much they put in there every month. So basically, when you open up their certificate, it's going to ask you, when you get your monthly dividend, do you want to put the dividend back in the certificate, or do you want to put the dividend either in your savings account, checking account, another account? So when I got my certificate, I just put my monthly dividend. So even though I had got my certificate on January the 24th, I believe, at the end of the month, they already put a dividend in there, and it was like $4.88. But I think for the month of February, I believe I earned maybe like $14 because I think I'm up to $18. So that's pretty good, because for my savings account with Navy Federal, it took me like 7 months to only be able to earn $11. So that's pretty good. So for myself, since I got them to put my monthly dividend back into the certificate, I'll earn 5% APY within the 15 months. So at the end of the term, once every month them putting in the dividend, at the end, I will earn 5%. Now, if you got the certificate and you decided not to, let's say you wanted your dividend to go into your checking account or your savings account, then you would only earn 4.88, because actually when you go into your certificate, it has 4.88 on here. And then even, let me go back. So here it says the dividend rate is 4.88. So the lowest that you can earn for this certificate is 4.88, but the highest, if you have the money, the dividend put back into the certificate every month, then the highest you will earn is 5%. Because at first when I was looking at that, I'm like, that's kind of strange. And then especially when I actually got my certificate and then it had 4.88, I'm just like, but I thought it said 5%. So that's the difference between the APY and the dividend rate. So next, what we want to take a look, because somebody asked me a question as well, how much you can earn. So the really good thing about Navy Federal is they have so many different resources and things. So like if you come up here and you want to take a look at your certificate, so they have the savings certificate rates, adding money to your account. So they have so much information here. But right here, they have your calculator. So they were asking, how much. So let's say if you put 5,000 in there for 15 months for 5% interest, you will earn $322 at the end of your 15-month term. Now, I don't know. Some people might feel differently, but let's say I was reading an article and I wish that I had it pulled up because they were saying that what some people do, like let's say you have a large sum of money in your savings account. So let's say you have 5,000 or $10,000 in your savings account and it's just sitting there and it's not earning any money. And let's say by the end of the year, you probably earn less than $20. It could be $11 or $15 or something like that, and you haven't earned anything. But if you get like this certificate, and because you weren't going to use the money anyway, it's just there. Let's say it's your savings or your emergency fund. But I don't know that I would necessarily say the emergency fund because you can't use that money. But let's say you have 10,000 and then you have 5,000, maybe that's like 3 months of your expenses, $5,000. And then you have another 5,000. So possibly you can put the 5,000 that you're not using, that you don't think that you'll use, and you're just, saving it. Then you can put that into your certificate so that you can earn, $322 or $400. And it really just depends on how much money you're putting in there. So that's why I think that it's pretty good, because if I just have, like last year, I had money just in my savings and I didn't earn anything. But now I'll have money in this certificate and then you can earn money. So I think it really depends because let's say some people might want to try the high yield savings accounts, and we had discussed those because you got some through Discover. I think you got some through American Express. You have some through Ally. There are a lot of different banks out there that have the higher savings, and then I believe you can probably get the money out a little bit quicker that way opposed to the certificate, because the certificate you have to keep the money in there. So let me know if you have gotten the certificate with Navy Federal before or any other place, or even if you have a high yield savings, like which one do you like better? Let me know. But right now, I'm kind of really liking the certificate as of right now. So we'll have to see how that goes. It's not a game.